Everybody knows if you want something with or without chamfers, you pick with chamfers. My testing is underway on my many prototyped parts I'm making on my CNC machine, and I'm up to A4, B2, and C2. Kind of sounds like a robot on Star Wars, but it's not. Speaking of Star Wars, look at this. My son gave me this. It's a pin from Walt Disney World. Has R2-D2 going up into the Millennium Falcon. So, yeah, I've been moving and shaking, prototyping my next big thing. Who do we have here? Jerry Brown from PollyWantsACrafter.com. Hashtag not sponsored. Actually, am sponsored. Jerry Brown. Hi, Jerry. Say hi to Jerry. Marilyn W. is here. Hi, Marilyn. I have something for you. There it is. I'm getting better. Good morning. Britta Aller is here. Says, good morning, Matt and friends. And Sammy Cool. Sammy Superstar. How are you, my friend? Hugh Demand. That's Wit Profit. He knows all things sports. John Venturini. Welcome back to Chamfers Are Cool. That's right. That is right. I did notice that I suppose I have an inferior bit. You can't even tell. No, you can't tell. But there is a little lip on this chamfer. So the chamfer comes down like this, and instead of dropping straight down, it has like a little shelf. It must not come to a complete point. That's what I'm thinking. It must be like a flat bottom. This was a free bit that came with my CNC machine. It's obviously inferior. I think what I'm going to have to do is either buy a better bit or pull in the shape so the flat bottom rides in open space. Anyway, you don't even know what this is probably. This is to hold my Sharpie markers. And just spoiler alert, these little jut outs here are supposed to capture this pen cap, and you can see I did not make it wide enough. I measured it at, get this, 9/64. The pen cap is more than 9/64. So, yeah, this is what a chamfer is supposed to look like. That's what I wanted. This is the profile. So if this is the edge, this is what I got. Explain it to you this way. So I got this little ledge there. And the only reason I can think that exists is the V-bit must not come down to a complete point. It's supposed to come down to a point. Guess it didn't. I don't know. I'm figuring it out. Figuring it out, baby. It's what it's all about. And look, so this next video I'm going to drop, we're going to be testing these three, and then we're going to be testing these three. You're going to get like a double test. Ooh, I'm excited. I tried to get a video out. Yesterday. I'm like, ugh, didn't quite get there. Kind of bummed. Inferior bits are inferior, yo. John's talking street cred over there, yo. Oh, I've got some airing of grievances for tomorrow's What's Going On with Matt Haas. Let's just say, well, I can't leave you hanging. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm horrible at cliffhangers. I mentioned on yesterday's morning show, that my son turned 23. Happy birthday, Evan. And I figured I would go get car insurance because maybe it rolled over another year and it would be cheaper. Well, there was an accident within the family. We had rented a truck, and the truck backed into one of our cars. The truck was completely undamaged because it has a big metal bumper that's not painted. It's a moving truck. No damage on the moving truck whatsoever. A little bit of damage on the parked car. So we have one person on the policy, non-fault, legally parked. Second person on the policy, fault. This was July of 2020. I went on a little a competitor's website to do a quote, and I'm like, oh my God, this quote is half the cost of what I'm paying now. I'm like, oh man, I'm switching. I'm going to switch from, what I have to this new one. And then like, oh, we found some accidents. Tell us about the accidents. And it doubled double the cost. And this was almost 3 years ago. So I called him. I'm like, look, something's not right here. We had one non-fault, whatever, minor accident. The other car had zero damage. I'm like, this is too harsh of a penalty. This is too harsh. Paying double? I understand the premiums go up. Double? And I paid double in 2000, 2001, and now I'm paying double in 2002. I'm like, you're making 5 times as much as this minor little thing was what the cost. And so they're like, no, we can't do it. I'm like, I'm not moving. I'm like, this is a new company. I'm like, I'm going to move to your company and give you business. You got to bring this down. Nope, can't do it. Went to another company, filled it out. Same thing. Like the whole industry's in cahoots. And then I'm like, I just abandoned, the checkout. They called me. They're like, hey, we noticed you started a quote, but you didn't finish it. I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me tell you about it. And they're like, oh, yeah, no, we can't do anything. I'm like, I'm going to give you business. You need to come down. You're like, this is not fair. It went up double for 3 years. And they said, it's got to be on for 5 years. I'm like, I'm not paying double for 5 years. That's ridiculous. Well, we only consider 3, and it's going to come off July 10th of 2023. I'm like, well, if you bundle your home insurance, I'm like, hold up. I'm like, oh, well, we could like remove some of your options to get it cheaper. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, I'm not blessing you with more business of attaching my homeowners to this if you're not going to, meet me. No, there's nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. And I even called the company that like gave me, I have now, my current insurance company won't budge. The whole industry, and I gave them the hard squeeze too. Like I'm good at hard squeezing companies in like a fair, calm, not yelling. I can talk business and I can give people the hard squeeze, put the pressure back on them. What do you got to do something for me. What can you do for me? Nothing. Immovable. All 3 companies were immovable. I'm like, can't catch a break. Why can't I catch a break? Sorry, I don't like to complain on camera, but car insurance, man. Yeah. Double. Yeah. I mean, and when I buy a car insurance policy, I load it up. Like I get all the features. I get comprehensive 500. I get the 100,000, 300,000, collision, all that stuff. Like I load it all full tort. I don't do partial tort. I do full tort. I get the class A cream of the crop. Like I'm not just like a penny pincher when it comes to insurance because I don't want any problems if I have a car accident. So what a racket. I can't believe the world is this ill put together. It's just complete nonsense. I'm going to give you business. I'm going to give you the business. I did both, figuratively and literally. This is why I will never call it insurance unless it totals a vehicle. Yeah, well, I get absolute minimum insurance. Has always been a scam. You know what? I should probably do the same. For whatever it's worth, I don't get the car rental discount or whatever. I don't pay for that because we're a multiple car family, and we figure if we ever have a fender bender and a car's in the shop for 3 days, and like we could get by a couple days sharing a car, even though sharing a car is a hardship that I don't enjoy. I equally don't enjoy paying extra for that policy item, because whatever. Oh, I hate car insurance. Oh, I paid full freight. And I am flipping furious. And I get it. It has to go up. I get it has to stay on the record. It's how long it stays on and the amount that it increased, and industry-wide immovability. I'm just like, no. You could drive to work at home easy enough for a few days. Yeah. I'm a full-time work at home, but still. Anyway, that's where I'm at. It's snowing outside, and let me tell you, the dogs love the snow. Love it. Love it. It snowed a couple weeks ago, and Leela was out there. The snow was kind of clumpy when it snowed, and she was pushing snowballs with her paw. Like she was pushing the little clumps of snow, and she would watch it, and then she would jump after it, literally playing with herself in the snow. I love the snow. I love it. Yes, sushi is tonight. It's supposed to get rainy, so the roads will clear. It's only going to snow in the morning and maybe early afternoon, and then they'll service the roads, and then it'll be wet. And yeah, so sushi tonight for sure. We found a sushi restaurant that's a family restaurant, so it's not like super high end. It's kind of a come as you are, very mom and pop sushi restaurant, and it has good food. And one of our friends knows the owner, and the owner one time made us this special dish where he took one of those tortilla chips that's in the shape of a little cup. I forget what they're called. And then he put tuna and some other stuff on there. And he says, I'm going to consider putting this on the menu. Do you want to try it for free? And we're like, oh, yeah, this is good. And I said, we should tell him what to name it. And we came up with a name. And since I love Seinfeld, the name for the dish was the Super Terrific Tuna Crunch. Like on Seinfeld, they had the Super Terrific Happy Hour. Kramer was on that Japanese game show. Super Terrific. Anyway, so the thing is, will the secret off-menu Super Terrific Tuna Crunch be on the menu at this little casual eatery that sells Japanese sushi? And you know what? I'm not a big sushi fan. I cheat. I get shrimp, which has to be cooked. You can't eat raw shrimp. So it's basically not sushi, but it's very good. And technically it's appetizers. You go there, I get 2 appetizers. That's my meal. $20 out the door. It's just like, what type of entertainment can you have for $20, for an hour or two with friends? So it's Super Terrific Tuna Crunch. That's what it is. Forecast, a beast of a storm here Friday, Saturday. Rain, freezing rain, snow, and high winds. I don't care. I'm going out. It's great to see you. Hey, it's great to see you, brother. Hey, I published 3 shorts, Sammy Superstar. I think of shorts on YouTube when I see Sammy Superstar. All almost, one was over 2,000, one was 1,000, almost 2,000. Yeah, shorts are doing some good stuff. Talking about the dogs, my girls checked the snow out once. Now it's an instant return into the house. Aw. Well, maybe my puppies can teach them a thing or two. No snow yet in Downingtown. Yeah. All right, I got to go. I love you all. Drop me a like. Hopefully I get some videos out with this thing. I got to work today. I'm technically off work, but my boss scheduled a one-on-one, so I got to go in to work here while I full-time work at home, but I do have some meetings this morning, which should be fun. All right. I love you all. Bye-bye. Happy Festivus Eve.